The Yankees are about to get some massive help in the bullpen due to a ton of injured pitchers coming back very soon. So if you want to stay up to date on all Yankees news, then please subscribe and like the video. But let's get into this. Now, yesterday, pitching coach Matt Blake announced 4 bits of news regarding injured pitchers. The first one is that Domingo German is going to be pitching for the Tampa Tarpoons, which are one of the Yankees' minor league affiliates, and he's going to be pitching on Wednesday. So, Britton's someone who we haven't really been thinking about just because he hasn't pitched in a long time, but he's a really solid pitcher and can provide a lot of help to the bullpen. Now, he was used in long relief last year along with starting some games, and he had a 4.58 ERA, which is not that good on the surface, but as a depth player, that's really good. And he still has a minor league option, which is something I really like, because we can send him down to the minors if everyone is healthy in the bullpen. But at the same time, if there's even injuries to the rotation, he could, start some games, but he can be a really valuable long relief pitcher. And if he's starting a rehab assignment on Wednesday, that's really, really good. Means he's almost back. The next bit of news. Zack Britton and Aroldis Chapman will pitch at the minor league complex in Tampa tomorrow. Now, is Britton another guy we haven't been thinking about that much, but a really solid pitcher? He had Tommy John surgery at the end of last season, and a lot of people wrote him off, but he's had a very, very quick recovery. We could see him in late August or early September, and pitching tomorrow, another great sign. Might even be earlier than that. Really good to see. Britton's a great reliever, though. He has a career 3.12 ERA. A really solid pitcher. Someone who can be a massive, massive arm in the bullpen. He's more of a lefty specialist than anything, but lefties have a very, very hard time hitting him. And if he is something like what he was in the past, 2019, he had a 1.91 ERA, 2020, 1.89. If he's anything like that, it's going to be amazing to have him in the bullpen. And he might return, he's going to be returning around the time September call-ups are happening, which works out really well because the Yankees are probably not going to have to send someone down if September call-ups happen, so they can just add Britton to the roster. Now, Aroldis Chapman. I know a lot of people don't like him, and I understand he's scared a lot of fans because he walks a bunch of batters and he's not as good as he once was. But he still has had a 3.86 ERA, which is really good. If he was in a lower leverage spot, fans would not be mad. And I think he's going to be even better. He's coming off of an injury. We need to remember this. He could have been playing with that injury throughout the season, and it might have been slightly affecting him. It could be why his ERA is so high up, why his velo's down, why he's walking a lot of batters. It could be the reason why all that happened. And if he's fully recovered, we might be seeing Chapman back at his best. And I would love that. I love rooting for Yankees to do well. And I'm hoping the injury was what had been troubling Chapman. I'm hoping that once he returns and it's no longer an issue, he's going to be back to his elite form. Now, the final bit of news that Matt Blake announced. Jonathan Loiasiga played catch yesterday from 110 feet away. Really, really great news. Loiasiga, he went down with an injury a couple weeks ago, and he hadn't been having a good year. But if we just look at what he did last year in 2021, he put up a 2.17 ERA. He was one of the best pitchers for the Yankees. And 110 feet is pretty far. The mound is 60 feet 6 inches. So we could see Loiasiga back very soon. A lot of guys are returning. I'm excited to see what happens. Obviously, the Yankees will have to make some roster moves. They'll have to send some guys down in order to get these players back. But let's hope that the players can recover from their injuries quick and join the Yankees and have a big impact.